A train wreck to spin fire, the NFT and other, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer, from your meme coins to tokens. He's got all the intel, web entry to show you where to sell. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures grow.
Mega GMs, guys. Oh, dude, come on. We started off with a killer moonship comment here. How do you not love that? I mean, holy cow. Oh, okay, trenches are kind of back. Trenches are back, we'll say that. But God, do I love that. Crypto's back, yeah. Kind of never left, man. Feeling super alive out there for a whole bunch of reasons. And holy cow, we have like, I don't know, we might be at this like really, really interesting inflection point. There we go. Yeah. That could be that absolutely could be the tariff thing. We got some big stuff hanging over us still. You know, we got these things we talk about every day now. The tariffs and government shutdown and Clarity Act not passing. It's not going to pass, man. But we got this stuff hanging over us. But we also have this really interesting setup happening here that has crypto feeling like it's in a better place than it's been in a long while, a long time. It's everything we're going to talk about here today. AI, I've been saying this for at the very least some weeks. But I've been saying AI changed, AI leveled up. Behind the scenes, AI has gotten, I would say within the past 2 months, has taken a noticeable leap. And I had said, you're going to start seeing this here soon. You're going to be surprised at how good AI has gotten. And tip of the iceberg right now. Tip of the iceberg right now with what you're seeing out there. I'm telling you, there's some stuff that people are building that it's everything we thought last year, this like agentic explosion kind of, it's everything we kind of dreamed that would be, but actually like working and actually quality and not just this fucking manufactured generic slop. No, it's like very, very alive. It's very, very alive. And on top of that, actually useful. This new version of AI, this like agentic AI 2.0 can actually do things and do it very well. And so something really, really crazy is happening out there. Very, very special. Maybe AI season 2. And maybe. We'll leave it there. AI season 2. Of course, we're going to dive into it. Of course, InfoFi. Man, we won. We won. We fucking won. It was a war. There was a battle of, the InfoFi projects, the Katos and the cookies and the blah, blah, all these different InfoFi things. I hated them. By the way, respect to the guys building it. It does make sense, by the way. InfoFi makes sense. But what it turned into quickly also makes sense. It's the exact same thing that happens with like meme coins. It's just like, full of like, not even bad actors, just full of like the extractors and like the people that game the game. It's not a bad thing, by the way, but like it dirtied up the thing that we liked. It made the thing we liked less enjoyable, made it less fun, just like it like happened in NFTs, like happened in memes. It happened to our main source of info here in crypto. No more. Man, I'm excited to get into all of this today. We're going to talk these AI tokens that, by the way, JY shouted out or put on our radar. I think for a lot of us, he put this on our radar. Tokens like Ralph and the Bags app, right? Like he put that on my radar, at least he did. So shout out to you, JYs. I hope you cooked on some of this stuff, and I don't think it's done cooking. I don't think it's done. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what just changed in InfoFi, and it's a big deal. We'll go look at virtuals. We're going to look at NFTs as well. All kinds of cool stuff happening everywhere. It's hard to not be excited right now. That said, I check myself often. I remind myself all the time that when you're feeling a kind of way and when the market looks like how it does, At any point, that might be the top. You have to consider that might be it. You're feeling good in the moment. You're hoping, you're thinking more is coming. Often it's not. Often this is a time where you should have already had your positions and you should be getting out. So keep this in mind. Sir Billy, good morning. It's good to see you, man. DK's here. Good morning, sir. Choina, good morning. Cosmos, good morning. Again, Moonship, I love the comment. Mufasa, good morning. JY's again, GM. Luna, good morning. But yeah, dude, I hope you cooked. The Solana Seeker thing's interesting. Apparently, what's the story there? Like, you can't claim your tokens if you didn't like activate your phone or if you don't use it by a certain time too. Like, the whole Seeker thing's weird, but yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it. Again, I'm excited because I know things too. I know some of what's coming, and I know how cool this stuff's getting. All right, we wake up this morning, and if you're doing this, if you're in the trenches overnight, you saw it. You hopefully were part of it, but gas. Who here was in the gas token? Especially JY's. Were you in the gas token? I hope you were in the gas token. Like our newest runner, right? Newish token. It's a new token. This thing rips to 63 mil. In fact, I want to peek if it got even higher. I want to see if this one got any higher. Right now, let's throw it on the screen. Right now at 27 mil. But our latest, and I think our biggest success from the Bags app ecosystem. You got in at 10. Dude, GG's. Yeah, really cool. Man, real cool. Ralph doing great. We're going to look at some of these coins, but there you go. There's the gas token. I'm just going to show token prices and like kind of surface level right now, and then we're going to circle back to like kind of what it is. But I just want people to see how alive it's looking and feeling out there. Also, let me tweet the show out. God damn it. I don't know what my problem is here. But let me get this tweeted out, and I'll do all the shills. I gotta shill. I gotta do that. I'm so excited about the InfoFi thing, guys. Again, it was what an awful era. Respect to the people building, respect to anybody who took part of it. You would be dumb to not do the InfoFi thing. I didn't do it. It's dumb. There was like so much money thrown out to people, but it was awful. Here's the gas token. Again, right now, 27 mil. I wouldn't be chasing something like this, but I mean, geez, guys, things can get silly real fast. Hey, dude, far from it. Far from it. In fact, I'll jump to this now, and I'll come back to it often. No. You're going to want to go, if you haven't, go to ethoswarm.ai and get on the wait list. Far from dead. In fact, people who tune in regularly hear me say it. This is the most excited I've been about not just something that we've built, but I've called this, it sounds so fucking corny, but the most delightful AI product I've used. And I mean it. And you guys hear me talk about it in a different way. And I'm using it every day. I hardly slept last night because I can't stop using it. Like, my creative juices are flowing in a way that, like, I'm telling you, it's different and it's special. And you won't expect what it is. It is different. And I can't wait for you to see it. I can't wait. And Swarm, a very, very big part of what EthosSwarm is. So far from dead. In fact, I'm tempted. I don't know if I can buy or should buy or whatever, but I believe in it so much. I personally would go all in on it. I love what we're doing. I love it. There you go. Well, hey, a win. You got some form of a win, which is great. Again, the gas token is just one of the coins that's doing well. Of course, the biggest one right now, I think, in that gas token, biggest in the Bags app ecosystem. I don't think it's the last. I don't know that it's the top, but I like Jeff a lot, and when Jeff is sensing things, and I don't think this is new for him sensing it. The AI guys, and I think like me, have felt this coming on, this big change, this big evolution in AI, and we had this feeling that something big is coming, and it might be. Let's see. But a lot of this because Claude Code has gotten so good, but also it's not just Claude Code; it's because Gemini's gotten so good. The models have gotten very good, and they're only going to get better. Let's see. My biggest issue here still is like, do the tokens have utility? Does that matter? And equity matters more than anything, I think. But let's see. Let's see. Not only the AI coins, by the way, but that what is it? Football.fun, I think. Right. But that fantasy sports platform Fun Token launched. It's sitting at what, over 100 mil market cap, just to show that there's other meme coins. The trenches are alive right now. A fraction, and like just a fraction of what they used to be, but it's there. It's there. And what's so exciting is like, I still think most people aren't here active trading. I don't think they're going to be until they have some like more confidence that this is real. We've seen too many of these like little head fakes. But if this one is real, look out, man. Look out. Farouk, I think, is right on here. The difference between this upcoming wave of AI coins and that last one is they work this time, man. Last time was a fantasy. Last time the AI XBT and all these like the which by the way that was the best of the bunch last cycle, whatever we call it now. But they didn't do anything, dude. It was mostly slop, and it was generic, and it was all copy paste, and they didn't do anything. On top of that, what they said wasn't interesting. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. And so he's right. We ran it up to an 18 bill market cap. 18 bill. And I think that's nothing compared to where it can go. But I don't know. Did that set a ceiling for us? But we're going to see. And I think we might find out here soon. I think we might. Cutie, good morning, man. Genius Terminal. All right. Dude, yeah, Moonship's on fire today. Yeah, they took your money. That was their like core use case. Yeah. I get it when a new thing comes and everybody speculates and you chase that fucking home run. But it was slop. This time maybe not. Here's a look from Tyler at how some of these coins over in the Bag Zapper perform. And I think all of these are from there. Gas, yes. Ralph, yes. Again, JY's putting that on our radar at like 3 mil, 5 mil. Pretty sweet. Soul, the tomato, CMEM. I got a little bag of CMEM. I don't believe in it more than the others, right? But I got to get skin in the game so I can follow it along, right? I follow it different when I got skin in the game. So I got skin in the game. And Terra. Let's see. I am so worried about all the other shit still. Again, the tariffs, the shutdown, but if those things go our way, look out. E-Rock, good morning, man. Good morning. This is the most important time to be paying attention to AI. If you were or weren't there when virtuals first started popping off a little over a year ago, that would have been the most important time. That's where you made life-changing money. This is the second most important time. And there's a little baby chance I'll do there's a way this is every bit as big or bigger. There's a way. I'm doing my Paul Atreides. Like I see that narrow way, that narrow path where this could be bigger than before. Could be. And maybe this time with quality stuff. Can't wait. K-Money saying the same. The new class of AI coins are much better than last cycle's. Raise the ceiling. I'm there, dude. I'm there. And I'll say mostly because I'm hands-on with this new crop, this new stuff. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I'll say it again. Go to ethoswarm.ai if you want to feel like exactly what I'm talking about, that next generation of AI. Then get on the wait list. It's that simple. You'll all get to try it. It's very, very soon. You'll hear about it, I imagine. Before I even get on the show to talk about it, you'll see it. I can't wait for you to see it. I can't wait. I think you're going to agree with me about it. Follow Ethos Swarm over on X, formerly the Swarm_AI. Same coin. Crazy platform. I don't even want to say platform. I'm not going to say what it is because I think it would take, no, I'm just going to shut up. But make sure you're following along. Also follow us at Crypto Slam.io. We do the shills now. Slam Nation X also over on X. And then, of course, we're streaming live on, hang on. Thread Guy had Matt Hogan on yesterday, dude. I love Matt Hogan. Matt Hogan's the guy who very early last year said, I wouldn't bet against crypto next year at all. Didn't see a bear market. He saw kind of the opposite. Love Matt Hogan. Man. E-Rock, what are you talking about? What you talking about? Crypto Slam over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over here. Hit the like wherever you're watching. Yeah, we're live on Abstract, X, Kick, Twitch, I think somewhere else, Retake, but hit the like. But come over here. Come to YouTube. Okay. I'm going to circle back to Bags app and what the gas coin is. I want to come back to this. Thread Guy's amazing, dude. You'd be crazy to not be paying attention to Thread Guy and probably watching every show. I get he's a different generation, maybe like speaks a different language, but he's like a perfect like bridge. He speaks our language. He speaks boom. Like as a boomer, I actually find him kind of relatable. I do. And he speaks our language, his finger on the pulse. I would be watching. I would be watching. Thread Guy's great. Thread Guy, man, Thread Guy is a really smart guy. He really gets it. But I'll just say this: when Ansem's tweeting about this stuff, and I know Ansem tweeted about the Nick Shirley coin, I know, but these guys get it, and I know Thread Guy gets this. Everybody's seeing that it's different right here. Even if you trench 12 hours a day, it's almost impossible to catch the few mil runners. It's almost impossible to catch. Why, Luna? Why? I'm curious. I think the only way you catch those runners, okay, not the things like gas, but well, maybe the things like gas. I think the way you catch those things is you're actually like in them. You're there, like, not like a normal meme coin, but like in the AI thing, like the AI is all you're doing. So you knew this stuff was already happening, right? Oh, because if you're in, you probably sell. Dude, that's right too. Yeah, the guys who are doing this all day are cutthroat and I think are now conditioned to sell very fast. That's a great point. Dude, Luna, people tell me this a lot. Like, when you have regrets about selling something too early. Oh, you do this thing where like, you're like, oh man, I wish I would have sold this and bought this and done this. And then like the response, and it's right, is always, but you would have sold that too. Like, no, it's exactly how it works. It's true. It's kind of luck to get those runners and stay in them. It almost needs to happen overnight. You wake up to the thing at like 50 mil. Yeah. It's totally true. It's like a perfect storm. If you're in one of those crazy runners, it's because you're retarded or because you're asleep, or luck. And it's skill too. Don't get me. You guys know, like there's skill in this too, finding the things, but that perfect storm of that still being in it when it runs. Like it's a lot of other factors, but you got to find them first. So yep. You got to be good at just moving on, and your play was your play, and you're on to the next thing, and you cheer for anybody else stealing the thing and making money and all that, right? But 911, thank you, dude. Appreciate that a ton. Quickly, let's look at the market, and then we got to get to some other really, really hot stuff. We will come back to bags. I mean, gas and bags app, but yeah. Bitcoin's at 95.3. Love it. ETH 3,300. BNB 932. Ripple 206. Solana 142. And then how is Monero 707? Little pullback there. I mean, actually kind of a pullback in the past 24 hours across the board here. It's okay. How's midnight? I'm waiting for the midnight bounce back too, right? Let's see midnight. Well, I mean, okay, this is peanuts, right? But up 1.8%. I'm expecting a big bounce back for midnight. It's not like it was down that bad, but You know, you know. Quickly on ETFs yesterday, Bitcoin ETFs, 100 mil in inflows. We'll take it. Over on Ethereum, 164 million inflows, and then we'll throw out our guesses. Solana will go. I'm gonna go like 12 mil in inflows. We'll go 12 mil in inflows on Solana. 8 point. I was actually gonna say 8 at first. Okay, so we're at like 9 mil in inflows. It's not bad. Not a bad day. Not our best. Okay. This is maybe our biggest story, not of the day yesterday, maybe not of the week. I think as of right now, this is our biggest story of the year for crypto. I think. We'll see. I think it is, though. It's my favorite story so far. Okay, we had very recently talk about the X algo, and it's like throttling crypto Twitter, and crypto is like being suppressed and blah, 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 and GM is a problem. And like, right? It felt like it's all true because they made a little change to the algo and people are loving it. And my feed is so much better. It's almost all crypto stuff. I'm not getting the political stuff, which is so annoying, dude. I'm getting so ready to just unplug from anything other than AI and crypto. That's how I was at my best during that time. I didn't look at anything else. Okay. But we got this other surprise update yesterday because there has been such a big focus on crypto Twitter from the X team. And thank you, Nikita Pierre. Can somebody please tell me if I say that right, though? Huge announcement, kind of out of left field yesterday, and I love it. Said we're revising our developer API policies. We will no longer allow apps that reward users for posting on X, aka InfoFi. Holy shit. Bro, he's spot on. It's, like I said before, GG's to the teams who built awesome products. GG's to the people who played it. There was a ton of money there. The idea makes sense, but every time you game a system, which is exactly what happened to InfoFi, every time you game it, you get slop and you get scams and you get bullshit and you get watered down everything. It's exactly what happened. And he's right. Led to a tremendous amount of AI slop and spam reply spam on the platform. Yeah. They revoked API access from Cato, from Cookie, from the big InfoFi platforms. So now all of a sudden, we pray to God that every post isn't that generic LLM garbage slop. It was, man. Hey, I'm with you, home. I'm with you. You know what? I DM'd Henry this morning, actually yesterday too. You know that video going around of the Black Panther dude? I'm like, I'm fucking with him, man. I'm like, if I'm picking sides, that's the side I'm on. So I'm with you, home. But I need to make some money right now. So I prefer my X algo be dialed into crypto. And I don't want to see that shit right now. There's a time and place, you know? Bold, good morning. Also home, good morning. API access revoked. Everybody's cheering. For the most part, I see some people saying they don't like it. They're pushing back on it. It is so stressful. And you don't even realize, sometimes you don't realize when something's stressful. You're like, it doesn't bug me. We're not that self-aware as we think. Example, my daughter, I can tell she's like anxious about stuff. I can tell, but she just keeps saying like her stomach's upset, right? And I'm like, it's because you're anxious. She's like, no, I just don't feel good. I'm like, but I think you're anxious. I think there's something bugging you. And she doesn't know. Like, she actually believes she's sick, where I know she's nervous about school and nervous about that, right? With us and seeing all the political stuff, and same thing. We might think it's not bugging us. It is. It is. It's way more stressful than people realize. Even if you know it is, it's more than you realize it is. Okay. Back on topic. API access gone. I love this. I love that they're going to help teams get connected to Threads or Blue Sky. Weird. Made me think for a second that maybe we start seeing crypto Twitter born on other platforms. That'd be weird. That'd be weird. She's just been drinking Pepto. I'm like, you can't do that every day. But all of a sudden things feel good again. And I'm telling you, there's a perfect storm brewing. I'm not ready to say it's here, but it's brewing. The ingredients are there. By the way, did Pudgy Penguins just do a racist? Did they just do a racism here? Did they? I don't know. I think it's a joke. It's a joke. But there's some people who do not like this comment from Pudgy Penguins. So that's the first time I saw them with second time I saw something that's like kind of borderline edgy. But at some point, if this isn't that point, at some point, they're going to fuck up and they're going to have a big controversial thing. That worries me for them. But anyway, it happened. It happened. I'm not the only one to know. I mean, a lot of people noticed. There were some viral tweets about that. I don't know if that's a crazy comment. I just see it and I'm like, well, it's kind of right on the line. And I can take a joke. I don't give a shit, but I get it. But the announcement from X and the cutting off of those platforms, and they're cut off now, by the way, they're cut off. And you see the Cato token, exactly like you'd expect. What are they there for? Like, what are they there for? I missed, I don't know if you have comments, Erock, that are not showing up. Or if that's what I said. Maybe I said, did I say that? I might have. I don't know. Yes, dude. Yes, they're all bullshit. All of them. I trust none of it. I trust nobody. I hate it all. Funny enough, AI is going to be obviously a huge part of the problem, and AI is the fix. AI is the fix. It is. Blockchain's the fix, but AI and blockchain together is the solution. It is. It is. So anyway, the Cato token. And then the founder of Cato coming out and saying, hey, we're sunsetting Yaps. We're rolling out Cato Studio, which is actually awesome. I know, and he says this was their plan all along. Everybody knew you can't be relying on you can't be relying on a single platform. I remember this back in the day with the CyberConks. I'm like, Henry, you guys can't rely on the sandbox. You can't go all in on the sandbox play. I tell this to every platform, even like ourselves. I'm like, we can't be all in on virtuals. You can't live and die by another platform, something that's totally out of your hands. So Cato can't live and die by X. Can't. And it's smart of them to have been planning all along to branch out from there. And that's exactly what they were doing. I don't know the full details of what Cato Studio is, other than it's a more targeted kind of InfoFi, and it's like multi-platform. So it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's all that, I believe. It's probably a much better version of Cato. I bet it is. Yeah, there we go. X, YouTube, TikTok, more. Crypto finance, AI. So bigger scope, bigger everything. They were waiting for the right moment to do this. Hand is forced. This is the moment. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for us on X. Again, especially as somebody who's just ingesting crypto info. We don't have to wade through the 80% of it was bullshit. You know that. Even the stuff that, had real replies, it still was incentivized stuff. You knew it was mostly bullshit. And so you see the hottest thing in crypto Twitter today, and then the next day and every day after, you never hear about it again because people aren't being paid to engage with it. This is the worst. Past year was the worst. It was. Actually, I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of us say the past year in crypto was the most boring, the least innovative. I might be flipping on the innovative thing. I think secretly it was pretty interesting, but I think the last year in crypto was the worst. And I've been here since 2017-ish. This year, the past 12-ish months was awful. It was not fun. Again, Cookie, same thing. They put out a post saying the sunsetting snaps. That didn't last long. That was a big old nothing burger. I absolutely love it. Now, what I didn't think, Zeet 2, they were, a big new up-and-coming InfoFi platform. Same thing to them. I'm really glad. Not at anybody's expense, right? I'm just glad, selfishly. And there was some, I don't know, man. Dude, JWise, dude, yes. Yeah, no, great point. Last year was the worst, and comparing that even to the bear market, like the second half of 2022 and 2023, the actual bear market, this was more boring. This was harder to make it through. You had to force yourself to look for, anything, and you just had to wade through so much bullshit. It was not fun. Last year was the worst. And all of a sudden, nature's healing. It is. I think it is. I feel like we're heading into this time with a better AI ecosystem, like pump funds adjusting fees. I think people are kind of done for now, done with the bullshitty tokens. We're getting a cleaned up, social feed. I don't know, man. Everything's getting cleaned up all together, and it's great, dude. GG's Moonship. That was like that special moment. Those don't come often. Those come once every few years, if that. That was one. I know guys like Easy made their fortune on that kind of thing, right? That was one of those. Some accusations though that the InfoFi platforms had a heads up that this was going to happen and that they could have sold tokens, and I think it's fair to think that could have happened. And then I think that's the name. Saying they got like a 2-day heads up. They got notice that they were cut off at the same time we did. It was just tweeted. They got a heads up that they had to, reach out to X and, clarify what they're doing and the why and all that stuff. And on top of that they've been planning Cato Studio for a long time. Right? So it was already in the works, but they said that they didn't hear about the actual cutting off. That they heard with us. Crazy. Now, it's funny. Here's what's funny. I forgot about some of my bags. I forgot about Reply Corp. I totally forgot, right? This is that virtuals project that is InfoFi, but it's different. I forgot about it. I'm like, fuck. I saw a tweet showing the chart and it looked like a big old dump. And I'm like, dude, there's my bags going to zero. And then I saw this tweet, and this is great, from, I assume, Jordan posting on the account saying they're unaffected by it because they're a different kind of InfoFi. You're not rewarded for posting slop at all. You're not posted for likes or anything. You're none of that stuff. You're rewarded if somebody buys like a product based on your tweet. So in a way, you're incentivized to make a great tweet. And it's got to be like authentic, right? People don't buy just because of fake things for the most part. You buy because something's authentic and you get it and you believe it. So Reply Corp, unaffected, which is awesome, and they're great. Happy to be staked still, and in fact, staked more. Unaffected. But, for a minute, I got that scare. Cat's good to see you, man. But yeah, great to see. Again, I just forgot some of that hits close to home. So now we're going to see some new platforms spin up that I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but we're going to see new types of InfoFi that try to get around the rules and try to incentivize like realness. And I love that. Find the real creators who are providing real value, meaning great at teaching, great with analogies, great at what? Just serving you up quality stuff. Great at curating great platforms themselves. Like if you're going to shill a thing, make sure it's a great thing. So let's see if we get some platforms here. Great platforms that incentivize great stuff. Again, I'm excited for this. Now, at the same time, okay, we see the meme coins kind of popping off. It's great. Okay, InfoFi getting pushed out the door. So our timeline's cleaned up. Love it. And then we start hearing from the old guard of crypto Twitter. Some of the big whales out there, right? ICO Beast and Zeneca. I love this guy's saying they don't have a hunger for the trenches anymore. I think this is part, guys, of this perfect storm that's brewing. The old guard, they're not hungry anymore. This is what happens when you make a lot of money. You don't have the same hunger. And you especially don't have the same hunger when it's not as easy. Man, anybody can be dialed in and fucking hungry to stay up for days on end and grind and make that money when it's easy. And when the gains are there, when it's big returns, right? And those haven't been there for a minute. Maybe you had to work harder. Maybe the upside wasn't as big. And so they're saying they don't have the hunger. First off, I'm going to say they'll be back every bit as hard at some point. When it gets easy again and when the returns are as big as they were, they'll be back. I just know human nature. They'll be back. But them coming out and saying they're not hungry, well, they've already not been hungry for a while. They're just saying it publicly now. I love it. Now the door is open, and it has been open for a new crop of these hungry guys who become the next whales, the next big names and faces of crypto Twitter. Again, it's been open. These guys, it's not all of a sudden they announce it and they're like throttling back. No, they've been throttled back for a while ago. Seneca saying like a year ago. ICOB saying, it's been a bit, but he's like saying it now. Still buy and sell coins, but he's not like seeing the late hot meta and jumping in and it's his all day everything, right? It's opportunities for us. And again, They will come back and they will throw big money at this stuff when it's easy. The best part, though, is you get to get a head start. You do. If they're not going to go chase the things early, you get to. Their money comes in afterwards. It's the best case scenario. It's a great thing that's being set up right now. So I mentioned, too, like Beam coins. They're getting cleaned up, too, right? I like the updates coming from Pump Fund. I think we need a lot more. And my favorite thing they announced recently was like focus on the most rewards shouldn't go to the lowest, lowest risk, lowest effort thing, which is just launching a coin. I still haven't found that tweet again, but it was out there. I love that. And I love the upgrade of the Pump Fund app. You can do this thing, I guess, call out a coin every 6 hours. All your followers get a notification. I love it. I love these updates. I love it. Things are looking interesting, man. Yet we have those things hanging over us. Clarity Act. Let's see. Brian Armstrong saying what we know already. Banks trying to kill crypto and the market structure bill. I think that's true. Still people think it's going to pass. They're saying it. I don't think they believe it. I don't. Brian Armstrong thinks that, well, hang on. I want to reread this. I want to make sure I'm like getting it right. Okay. Eleanor Terrett asked if it permanently hurt the bill's chances. Okay. Brian said no. He said no. Senses that work on the bill hasn't slowed down. In fact, if anything, intensified, brought people together, highlighted the real issues. Okay. And then she's also saying here that the people she's spoken with think that like the deal is still on, but the most important part still is the stablecoin yield. The most important part. But I think the next few days, next week or so is the most critical. And also, it has to be a January thing. And it has to be before a government shutdown. Government shutdown kills any chance of this happening. Apparently, and we saw this from Brian Armstrong yesterday, he thought that part of the new bill, one of these amendments, was like basically banning tokenized securities. And apparently it was like more of a misunderstanding, right? That's not what the bill said. He misinterpreted it. What's true here? I don't know. Other than I'm pretty damn sure this is not going to pass. We'll see. The Senate and industry sources telling Sander Lutz, Senate Banking Committee's crypto markup should happen before the Senate Agriculture Committee, which is the last week of January. So this needs to happen really soon. Wow. The most ambitious reschedule of the Banking Committee is the week of the 26th, so the very last week of January. This is why it's not going to pass, because government shutdown by the 31st is possible, or on the 31st. So they're pushing the markup to the week of the 26th. This isn't gonna. It's not gonna pass, dude. And yeah, you can thank the banks who do not care. Like I even have to say it. Don't care about you though. Do not care. They're incredibly threatened by crypto. They shouldn't be. Embrace this shit. Embrace crypto. Bank of America CEO says up to $6 trillion could migrate from the U.S. banking system into stablecoins. That's what they're worried about. Again, maybe, yeah, Beanie's right. Yeah. It's funny he says it like it's a bad thing. For them, it's bad. For us, it's what we've been waiting for in a way. It's a better system. But yeah, these guys, none of them are on our side, by the way. Everyone is just self-serving, but crazy. All right, let's look at some AI tokens. We got to watch this closely. Let's see if this stuff really, really escalates. Right now, you got some of those runners on Solana, great, but maybe they're not onboarded on cookie.fun. That could be. I wouldn't doubt that. I think the site's always slow, and yeah, it's just, I don't know how accurate it is, but whatever. 6.11 bill, down over 3% in the past 24 hours. Again, if this stuff starts catching a bid, great. We need to be watching this. Your top agent token. Hang on, what's going on here? Agents, market cap. There we go. Fart coins on top here. Chibertoshi Alk Rect. What in the fuck with this site right now? Infrastructure. It's virtual on top. FET, DCAI, Pippin, and Open Pippin about to go under 300 mil. And then in DeFi, it's Venice, Cortex, Banker, AI Tech, and Griffane. And then let's just peek at Mindshare. Elsa, Fartcoin, Warp, Banker, and Opus. Dig it. Over in virtuals, I had to peek at Mute. Today's their, the I guess official launch of their swap. Monero swaps. So dig it. Look at Reply bouncing back too. I love it. I love it. On the virtuals board, look, nothing new. Nothing new. Is PySops new? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, we have, thanks to Cats, Way circled for next week. Probably a big launch. But also Black Swan got pushed back. I think this was going to launch Saturday, now pushed back, 10 days off from now. So we got a week and a half till Black Swan launches. Big delay here. Probably want to ramp up their marketing for it. It kind of came out of nowhere and wasn't really getting traction. So Black Swan delayed. Other than that, nothing else new on the board. But yeah, these two back-to-back basically as of right now. We got a couple good launches. But yeah, Way feels like the biggest one of the bunch there. Let's see what's new that launched though. These guys relaunched? Yeah, Pilot relaunched. Okay. That's an older, Genesis thing, I believe. Might have even been a prototype, but yeah, that's an older one that must have relaunched. Not great. Melvin, not great. Yeah, nothing crazy. Last great launch was what? Wasabot, which also I think not great. The PRXVT relaunch. Hyperbot, yep. I don't know, man. Not been a lot of great stuff lately. It's back to, Reply and Repo. The last, awesome launches. Let's see our top gainers too. Some small caps. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this for right now, the action's on those Solana AI meme coins. The Bagzap tokens. Interesting. Man, weird seeing Billy Betts. Got out of Billy Betts at the right time. Okay, dude, keep my eye on the clock here. Mike Bennett, good morning, man. Bold dude, so true. Cats, I hate to say this, man, but I think that's another case of I just think rich people who have made a lot of money, they lose that hunger. I think you can have it for little short periods of time, but at some point you kind of fall back to easier automatic stuff. And I think that feels like what Billy Betts did, right? I think doubling down on market making as opposed to being a hub, the AI sports prediction market platform. I feel like they throttle back. And I just think that's what happens when you're not as hungry, when you're not, I mean, most of them don't need the token, Cats. If you're just, gating your platform behind a token, I think is fine. I don't remember his odds, his win rate Moonship. But again, I just feel like when somebody has made so much money, it takes a different kind of guy to keep doing it. Like an Elon Musk, different dude, right? But I just see so many guys who make so much money, and Billy Founder did a long while ago. It wasn't the Billy token that made him, right? But you lose that hunger. I really believe that. Onto the NFT market real quick, and I'm kind of wondering here if maybe tracking's a little behind, 6.3 mil. I mean, maybe that's legit. I don't know. We keep hearing about these big sales in NFTs, but volume is incredibly low. This is incredibly low. Sellers, again, that's a crazy low number. 8,000? I mean, God, that's a multi-year low. Maybe the data's lagging a little bit, but incredibly low. Buyers low too, 11,000. I mean, it's just down everywhere. Average sale price down, trade profits actually up, but 330,000 in the negative. So like NFT market cooling off a little bit. Punk's your top collection. Yeah, pretty unremarkable day in the NFT market. That said, we've got some new mints, which I know we're all like, well, actually, no, I was gonna say we're all chomping at the bits for. It's not true. It's probably like me and like E-Rock. It's probably like 3 of us, you know. But I'm watching for new mints. I don't think we're at new mint season. In fact, I don't think we're even close. That is not going to stop people from trying, right? There's some action out there. Of course, everyone who had something and is waiting to time the market, well, you're probably going now because it might be the only moment. I hope not, but it might be. But the Worm NFT collection minted out very quickly. I bought a bunch on secondary. I did. And they're cheap. They were 0.0. I bought it 0.013, 0.012. But I'm buying. I need to feel alive a little bit. And because you never know, and all this is the gambles I'll take. I don't think we're in that automatic win time, but there's the asymmetrical bets you can make right now if things get hot. And especially this one right here, which is in this like privacy meta. If this can get hot, then, you know, I'll roll the dice at 0.012 and 0.013. I'll roll the dice there. I will. You know, these get to 0.2, 0.1, 0.1. There's upside here, right? So they got a token that's coming out called Worm. It's a privacy token. I'll play privacy stuff right now. I think that's like, it is the meta right now. So yeah, rolling the dice here. It's on ETH. Let's see. I don't think the tech is like that mind-boggling. You know? Cypherpunks look interesting, by the way, Mufasa. Cats, what did you get? Is it that one collection? Well, yeah, I'm curious what you got. Best privacy plays. Yeah, it's the same ones. Like I think Midnight. Obviously Monero. Like, I don't think there's a ton, which is why it's so exciting right now. There's maybe a couple dozen privacy coins. And there's probably more, but like as far as ones that might matter right now, I don't know. That's why I want to make a bet on this Worm token. Even if I'm not sold on the tech being that crazy. I don't think it is. Essentially, like you burn ETH, you claim this Worm token and then can redeem Worm for ETH elsewhere, but they basically kill any of the, you know, ability to trace that. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't know that that's clever. I have a hard time thinking that hasn't been tried, but I'll roll the dice because it just fits a hot meta. That simple. Like that simple. I agree, Moonship. I think everything can be tracked somehow, some way. But that's maybe why Monero's so special. Like, I think it's much harder to track that. But let's see with Worms. You know, I still like to find these collections or tokens, right, that help me gauge the market. So, like, I'm watching Worms to help me gauge the NFT market. It was a free mint, ran to almost 0.02. I'm going to peek at what they're at now, but like 0.015 to like 0.017-ish. Reveal comes Sunday. They've not announced how this is actually going to work, right? So I don't know how it works yet. And like, what do the Worms do? Do they get you token allocation? Do they get you in a pre-sale? Like, I don't know, but like, that's what's going to be announced next. Then Reveal Sunday. Maybe I sell them before Reveal. Like, I'll make those decisions, but I'm watching and I'm playing. Mesh. Back to, it seems like the InfoFi thing. Is it better to have KOLs? They don't provide any real value as far as I'm concerned. And I agree, dude. I agree. Most of them, by the way. There's like, I think the best KOLs are the best because they're the best. Like, some of them actually are great. ICO Beast is great, right? Like, that's my kind of KOL. But I don't think there's a ton of those guys. There's some. Most of it's like shill and tickers and stuff, right? Is that better? Actually, I think it's better than the InfoFi slop because it was just like it was just this like barrage of bullshit. Truth. And yes, there is I don't want to say this is a big mint, but Nakamigos have a new mint coming, and of course, to take advantage of the market. That's what they're doing. They have a mint coming today. That's the Cypherpunk. It's going to mint on OpenSea. In fact, let's go peek. If you have a Nakamigo, I don't think you have a whitelist. If you have a Fukuhedron, you're not whitelisted. It's only like they're collectible cards, I think. Yeah, the trading cards or the Hal Froggy. By the way, I like these guys a lot. I do. I just like them putting out collectibles. Dude, this starts in 2 hours. I like collectibles. I love Fukuhedrons. I still love my regret big time not selling. I got some rare ones that were like had a 0.03 Bitcoin floor and shit. Like I didn't sell them like an idiot, but you know, like most of these, I'll ride into zero or see if we get, something stupid out of them. At this point, it's all you can do. But I'm watching this. I don't think this is going to be hot. Could be wrong. And I like them. For what it's worth, I like them. It's probably the biggest mint we've had in a minute. Yeah, I don't even know exactly what they are. Just new collection from Nakamigos. And I do like everything they've done. Like, yeah, I like Anon calling us out. It's like Fukuhedrons. You have us mint something and then silent for 6 months. Probably. It probably is. And yeah, I don't know if they have another look or if it's just this. I don't know if this is an avatar. I have no idea. But still, I like it. I root for these guys now. I won't take part in much that they do, but I like it. At this point, like, you know what you're getting with them, which is you get an NFT. You get a collectible. I don't care about that game they've been working on that I think looks so stupid. That cloaks thing, I think it looks so stupid. It doesn't even look. It just looks like a big nothing burger. But I like collectibles. So we'll watch. We'll see. 10K supply, free mint for the Hal Froggy holders and the trading card holders. Public sales $35. Oh, fuck it, dude. I might buy one for $35. We'll see. We'll see. They might go quick too. I'm gonna watch. And then others in NFT still doing their thing, man. Good vibes. And let's go peek at floors. Actually, two things. Let's go peek. I want to peek at what the worms are looking like. Oh, dude, by the way, I got a modest piece yesterday. They're NFT. They're digital cards. And they're cool. I got a modest piece yesterday. I am so excited to have it. Worms are at a 0.017 floor. Not bad. As of now, I think I'm planning to sell pre-reveal, but let's see what happens with their announcements coming up. So let's see. But man, there's a lot of stuff to be excited for. Okay, so floor prices. Let's peek at Magic Eden, and we got to move kind of quick. I'm mostly watching for GVC now. Oh, Moonship. I don't even know. I mean, if we're talking cross, multiple chains, then I'll peek in a second here. Across chain, I mean, 5,000, 7,000. Yeah, oh, dude, easily in the I mean, but like I have thousands on Tezos. You know what I mean? So like a bulk of them are on Tezos. But hell, on mainnet, on my main wallet, a lot. I don't even know on my main wallet. Can you even check like number of items? This is like my main old wallet. Can I see how many? Yeah, I wish you would just give me a number, but I can just scroll and scroll and scroll. I mean, I would assume 1,000 plus on mainnet. I would assume, and maybe it's 2,000. I don't know. It would take me minutes to scroll. But again, if I'm counting Tezos, we're talking like possibly, I don't think quite 10,000, but like that wouldn't shock me if it was. I've got a bunch of Tezos wallets, and some of them are ridiculous. And a lot of them are free, right? So it's still different, but yeah, a lot. I love NFTs. I'm just a collectibles guy. I love it. I'm an idiot. I don't value money. I just like things. Which kind of gets me in trouble, but it is what it is. All right, where's Vibies? Let's go to ETH. Oh, that's a good point, Moonship. Nice. Nice. Again, again, in my closet, I've got like 5 boxes of comic books, and I have buckets of like boxes full of action figures and cards, and you know what I mean? I've always collected, and I've even thrown stuff out and started over. I just I don't know. Those are more valuable to me than a number in my bank account, which is bullshit. I wish that weren't the case, but it is the case. Okay. I just want to see GVC. 0.8-ish? Yeah, 0.81. I dig it. Cutie, I do use a hardware wallet, and my goal is to by Sunday have every grail of mine, which I don't have grails really, but like my new stuff like like the Beeple goes to the grail wallet, right? To like a brand new one. Like even the Kong, it's only an ETH, which is not only an ETH, but like that needs to go to that wallet. The Beeple needs to go to that wallet. I'm going to move this modest piece to that wallet. But yeah, I need to go find my best stuff and stick it in the new hardware wallet. So need to make some changes. Okay. This is cool. Snowfro now with an honorary Vibey. I still love the Vibey community, man. You know? That is me for NFTs. I do hoard. I do. I don't, dude, even when stuff's worth something, I don't want to sell it. I genuinely get attached to these things. I do. I don't feel good when I get rid of them. I know I can look at the picture. It feels different. It feels different. I don't like it. It's a real thing. That's why I believe in NFTs so much, because I know some people, and some people with a lot of money, get very attached to this stuff, and they will spend, and that number only grows. Anyway, they created this live in Discord. They did this, very in the open, which was awesome. So Snowfro now of Vibey. I should have put this before, by the way, but there's more mints coming. I think they're all bullshit. But yeah. Boom. More mints coming. More mints coming. I got art yesterday. Got a Modest piece. I think one of the coolest pieces Modest has done. I've looked over his catalog many, 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 many times, and I love it all. And I've been sitting on those mementos waiting for the right announcement, the right piece that he's minting to like spend my mementos on. And it finally hit yesterday. I saw this piece and I just fucking love it. And I'm like, this is the one. I wonder how much it's going to be. And like Jared saw it too. A lot of people are talking about this one. Like it's an elite piece of his catalog now, but doubt 10 mementos would get it. I have 7. So I was, assuming I didn't get this. I was assuming I wouldn't get it. I did get it. It was 4 mementos. 4. I got to spend 4 mementos. So it was like 0.08 for this thing. And this is sitting at 0.1, 0.15 right now. I think it's going to be much higher. People love that piece. Love it. He minted 33 editions on, was it Manifold, or he minted 33 editions for ETH, 0.08, gone so fast. And then the other 20 were for mementos. It's an incredible piece. I'm so fucking proud to have like a great Modest piece in the collection. First, I hope of many, but we'll see. Have a cool video showing somebody buying the rec drinks in a store, in a Giant Eagle store, and then the process of claiming tokens. Dude, what a crazy thing. Scam the thing, claim $20 worth of token, spend $6, and then claim $20. What a crazy deal. What a crazy promo. How fucking amazing is that? Oh, just wild. We saw this the other day, but I wasn't sure what the significance of that piece was that Adam Weitzman bought. We knew it was like a rec guy, a nice one. I didn't realize it was like a special 1/1 that OSF like kind of really handcrafted. Grail sitting in Adam's wallet. Good shit. This showing there's people collecting. I'm with Gary. I think this is the year of the collector. I do. I'm with him. I don't know why I have all my shit out of order, but I do. And so I'll say this. While like the trenches are healing and crypto Twitter is healing, it's all healing, and AI is getting better. The NFT thing is healing too. It is. Good vibes are doing the thing we wanted. It's grow together, sharing rewards together. Again, you guys know this because I've talked about it, but the way they share their royalties, um, and their fees with their NFT holders, it's the way. It's the thing we've been waiting for and hoping would happen, and they're the only ones doing it. For the most part, they're the only ones doing it. I think, man, NFTs are feeling like they're in a special place. I don't think the market's about to explode by any means. You are not crazy if you're sitting out NFTs entirely. If you're not won over, you're not crazy. But I'm saying like the foundation of it, it's healing. It's getting better. I think it's basically bottom. Doesn't mean prices can't go lower, but sentiment wise and like quality, it's. I think we found our foundation, and it's a really good foundation now. I really like it. I really like it. Oh, I love the Kong's on Cyber thing. It's awesome. I love on Cyber. Got attached to that like with CryptoBats, right? We had these on Cyber caves. And I've got a couple of those all decorated. Love it. Pudgy Penguins announced a partnership with Manchester City. It's a big ass partnership, man. Some kind of premium collectible. Oh, and merch. Okay, they got a couple things, but how cool is that? That's a big partnership, man. And yet now we know for sure these partnerships don't move the needle at all. They don't. And they don't have to. It's not the point. The needle moving happens years down the road when like the economy's different. Again, the whole AI thing. That's when it moves the needle. You now have all these people who know of your brand, hopefully have all this extra disposable income, and at that point they're going to spend on this, and hopefully everybody has enough money where they really start spending. That's what it's for. It's not for now. Those partnerships don't matter now. They are they are the North Star for NFTs, but so is Good Vibes. So a lot of great stuff. Beeple's got a new event, his latest IRL gathering, which is awesome. I love this. Resist and Obey. I love Beeple. I just fucking love this guy. Great to hear. Charleston, South Carolina. Usually they're free. I imagine it's free. Would love to get to one of those one day. And I think our last story here, man, but Polygon laid off 30% of their staff. Bummer. You'll see more of this year too. Everything's changing, and even the ones that survive will look different. And Polygon, very different. They're becoming like a payments chain, which makes sense. Nothing's happening on Polygon. So right move. But yeah, they're the moving all money chain. I like that. Having a focus is good. Get down to what's your core offering and then scale from there. I dig it. And then the very last point. This might be up some of your guys' alley. Thread Guy's hiring a head of content, $10,000 a month. This is great. This is something I know very well as far as what's involved there. Right, I know. So he's doing the live stream, and he's looking for somebody to work with him to plan the content, plan out the clips. Right. So it's not just like it's probably helping plan the streams, but it's planning what do you do with the stream and how do you break them up and how do you repurpose and how do you set the narratives in the stream so it's like as catchy as it can be, but also so then you can chop it up and repurpose all the content. Right. It's so much. And so like I'm real self-aware with the show. I would love to take it next level, but I don't know if you can as one person, like doing the show, planning the show, prepping the show. I don't know if you can. You need to do what he's doing. Like you got the person who does the show. You have guys who help plan it. You have guys who focus on the content itself and the cutting it up, but also like the flow of the show. It's a multi-person kind of team for that kind of thing. Anyway, seeing him do this, I think is awesome. It shows how serious he is and how much he gets it. He really gets it, guys. He really gets it. Thread Guy he's great. Again, he knows the industry, but he knows content. He knows content better than anybody in this space. And there's guys here who know content. He knows it better than anybody. Cool opportunity, $10,000 a month. And then we skipped the whole thing I meant to come and do, but I'll just drop it in the chat. At the very least, if you're trying to understand what gas is, let's put it in the chat. Thread Guy is a businessman. And also he's like the younger generation businessman. They're a little different. They're a little less I'm trying to think of the right word. They're different. I'll say that. So I'll drop that in the chat. I did mean to cover. Well, maybe we cover gas tomorrow, right? I'm gonna stream tomorrow too. I do that on my own channels on the weekends, but yeah, we'll probably dive into gas more. But it's a big fucking deal. All this stuff. What's going on in the gas bags app it's a big deal. You should be paying attention. We'll see how big of a deal it is. That's what I'll say. But right now, time to pay attention. Time to pay attention. Mesh, I made more money trading against everything Whale says. Now, Whale is not like the kind of KOL that I like. I like him talking about NFTs, but I don't think he's not my kind of KOL. There's very few that are, but I would say for sure ICO Beast is that. And I should probably come up with a list with the KOLs I think are like excellent. But it's why like I almost don't need them because I just scroll like a lot of YouTube, by the way, but scroll all day. And it's not one single person I listen to. It's like everybody. And then I go and dig into the things that catch my attention. So very few KOLs do I actually like really like. A lot of KOLs shortcut your research, right? It's like you just kind of tune into those guys and, they keep you fed with info and they're your alpha. I don't have any one guy or even a few guys that are that for me. Like Tyler is the guy who helps keep me current for sure. One of the guys, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, but I guess point there was, Whale is not my kind of KOL either. All right. There's so much more to talk about and I got to get out of here. So we'll dive more into the Bags app tomorrow. Again, there's a lot. Let's see. I don't know if things feeling interesting. That's all I know for sure. And I'm very, very happy about the InfoFi thing. Like very fucking happy about it. Fingers crossed, boys. That's all we can do for right now. That's all we can do. But I'm pretty optimistic. Let's see. All right, guys. Have a great day. I can't believe it's Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday. Whatever. Have a great day. We'll see you back here on Monday. Same time, same place, all that good stuff. Oh, ethoswarm.ai. If you're feeling that the AI thing is getting exciting and it is changing, this is a must. You're going to love it. I'm going to use it a lot on the stream, and I think you're going to like what I do with it. It's not what you're expecting. We'll see you later, guys. ethoswarm.ai. Goodbye.